This is Eagle Owl, and today we're going to talk about Bryce Huff. He sent a cryptic message. Also, the Eagles officially broke Travis Kelce. And lastly, Harold Landry to the Eagles. But let's get straight into it. All right, man. Before we hop straight into it, let's just go over some quick hits. All right, so Jalen Hurts was out in Philadelphia with his lovely fiance, and he won the Citizen of the Year award in Philadelphia. He gave a speech, and this is why he's Philly made.
Everyone has a certain level of drive, a certain level of passion, a will, an energy, and a passion about what they do. And I think that's a quality that oozes throughout the city of Philadelphia, of tough and gritty people that don't take no for an answer. And I think the most important quality that we all share in this room is we all are in pursuit of something greater than ourselves. Trying to lift as we climb, trying to bring someone along.
See what I mean, man? Just a tough guy. He's definitely made for this city, man. Everything he said definitely defines Philadelphia. Also, we got to talk about before we get into the main topics, the Tush Push. Remember those compilation videos I was playing in my last video? A lot of them saying players get hurt, this, that, and the third. One, I knew it was BS because I never seen anybody get hurt off the Tush Push. I think a couple Giants did last year because they just did it wrong. But usually concussions and things like that happen off of big collisions, meaning a lot of special teams, a lot of concussions and things like that happen on special teams. As you see, they low key trying to get rid of it because that speed just colliding like that causes injuries. But it's not like the tush push is a play like that. It's at the 1 yard line or 4th and 1 or 4th and inches or 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches. So it's not a lot of running and colliding like that. It's just man's strength, my strength versus your strength. But you don't really see a lot of injuries off of it like you would see off of special teams. So the NFL decided to do like some research because a lot of coaches, a lot of GMs and stuff like that are complaining. It's like, well, we found no results. Literally no results of injuries coming from the tush push. If they being honest, they just don't like why the Eagles are so successful at it. We can't do it, so we should ban it because they are successful at it. A lot of teams tried it. Bills had some success, but they couldn't get it done in the playoffs. I'm sorry, Bills. Eagles, even in the Super Bowl, we ran it one time when we was at the one time. I don't remember any other time. It was just a lot of big plays. So let's cut the malarkey, cut the nonsense, man. The tush push shouldn't go anywhere. Again, if these dudes were honest, they just mad the Eagles can do it and they can't. And that's how we built our personnel to do it. Jordan Love can't do it. I'm sorry, Green Bay Packers. Falcons, Kirk Cousins or whoever your quarterback is, Michael Penix can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sean McDermott, I'm sorry you couldn't beat the Kansas City Chiefs with the tush push. I'm sorry. You couldn't do it. All right. Last but certainly not least, so the NFLPA put out a survey of like teams' best travel, head coaching grades, teams' facility, and stuff like that. So before I go over the Eagles' grade of like the ownership and stuff like that, just to put this out there, this was before like the season really started. So this was during training camp. So these grades are coming from basically after the collapse season and going into training camp. So let's go over these grades. Treatment of families, C minus, which is ranked 27th. Food and dining area, A minus, which is 7th. Nutritionist and dietitian, B minus. Locker room, D plus. Training room, B minus. Training staff, B plus. Weight room, B. Strength coach, B. Team travel, F. We've been hearing a lot about the American Airlines that the Eagles use. They really don't like it. head coach. Mind you, this coming off the collapse, and he still got an A minus. And ownership coming off the collapse get a B. So you look at that, the grades obviously going to go up next year following the Super Bowl win. But those grades are not too bad. But the team travel and like the locker room thing always been a low grade for the Philadelphia Eagles. Because again, they use American Airlines, so the seats are like a lot closer. We're talking about guys that 6'7", 6'8", 300 plus pounds have to sit in those little seats. It's just uncomfortable, extremely uncomfortable. And then the training room and stuff like that just need to be upgraded. I don't know what we doing. Come on, Jeffrey Lord, you got the cash. Upgrade it, man. Upgrade it. All right, so let's get into these topics, man. Travis Kelce, yeah, we broke him. We broke him. Now let me play this clip.
Do you listen to sad music when you're depressed, or do you listen to happy music?
Jason, the only way you can find yourself in the light is to find yourself in the dark first.
Right.
I listen to music that is very telling of my mood, yes.
I go to like sad country songs.
Yeah, I just listen to Taylor's music. She has something for everything.
That's fair. That's a good point. No matter what mood, you can find some Taylor music.
Yeah, and how the Eagles broke my heart.
Yeah, no matter how bad I'm feeling, there's a country guy that's singing about it and feeling way worse than me. And that gives me joy a lot of the times.
Nice. Way to bring it full circle. All right.
We got the boy out here listening to sad songs, country songs, Taylor Swift. He ain't feeling too good after that Eagles ass whooping. So, Travis Kelce, man, you got to step up. You got to step up. CJ Gardner-Johnson had you on your feelings. Hell, over and Burt stuck you one-on-one. He was sticky on you, pause, one-on-one. So, look, Travis, I'm sorry. I'm sorry we beat y'all. I don't remember this much crying from Jason Kelce. I believe Jason Kelce was mad for like the first day, but Travis Kelce keeping this thing going and going and going. I even seen a report of an excuse. He was sick. Now Travis Kelce was sick going into the Super Bowl. He had a mysterious illness. So he had the mysterious illness, crying that the Eagles fans booed Taylor Swift, and now we broke him. Like, come on, dude. Come on, stop with the excuses. Again, I don't remember Jason saying this many excuses. Hell, Eagles fans, Eagles, I remember these many excuses. All we kept saying, we need a better field. Nobody was saying that, oh, we were sick, this, that, and the third. Hell, if you ask a lot of the Eagles players, they would say, like, we both played on slippery field in that 2022. It's all these excuses. Super Bowl fatigue. I'm hearing every excuse in the world. Come on, Kansas City. Just do better, man. Do better. All right, so let's get into this next topic. Bryce Huff sending a message, and he said something in the matter of on his IG story, the beginning is near. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Like, oh, I'm going to turn it up going into the next season. Or like, hell, hopefully they trade me. I'm sorry, y'all. Bryce Huff is not going anywhere. I think it's like a $15.5 million loss or dead cap if we trade him. I think he's stick around one more year. Philly is literally a make or break. A make or break, team or city, whatever you want to call it. Because remember, Vic Fangio was on the Kobe Dean ass in training camp. Remember, he was benching him. Remember, Kenny G was kicking his ass in training camp. And then the Kobe Dean's like, you know what? I'm going to step up. Even Vic Fangio went up to the podium like, yeah, the Kobe Dean needs some work to do. Just summarizing what he said. Like, he was on Nolan Smith ass. He was on Brandon Graham like, look, you're not about to just ride the bench and get a farewell tour. You're going to play. So that's how Vic Fangio is, and that's how the city is, and that's why we need a Vic Fangio. And he was on Bryce Huff like, look, he ain't ready. He ain't ready. Like, maybe he'll get there, but he ain't ready. It's like since the beginning of the season, even with Vic Fangio give him chances, he just still wasn't good enough getting paid all that money. Hell, he even admitted like, yo, I had to talk to like Brandon Graham to get my psyche right. Cause you know how we know how the fans are. Hell, look at my videos of Bryce Huff. Remember that one epic video? I went crazy. I went crazy on Bryce Huff. So again, man, hopefully he can fix it. He still got one of the fastest get offs, especially getting out the 4 point stance. Trying to look at the positives. You know, he can pass rush from time to time, but the run defense, getting pressures. At least in the beginning of the season, he was struggling, but towards the end and before the wrist thing, he started to pick it up little by little, but it just wasn't good enough, and that's why you is a healthy scratch in the Super Bowl. You gotta pick this up. You gotta be good enough, man. Gotta be good enough. I'm just saying, man. Best of luck to Bryce Huff. Best of luck to him. I think he's still going to be here because I just don't see us getting rid of him. We don't know what's going to happen with Brandon Graham and then Josh Sweat going somewhere. Then you got Nolan Smith coming off the torn tricep. So I just don't know, man. I don't know what we're gonna do with Bryce Huff. Is he just gonna be a rotational piece like how we was using Jalen Hunt? Maybe get like 5 snaps a game. And we talking about a dude that's getting paid what $20+ million a year. Sheesh. Right, last but certainly not least, speaking of like pass rushers, linebackers, and stuff like that, Harold Landry. He is available. The Tennessee Titans asked him to seek permission for a trade. Now, this is one that seemed more realistic. Trust me, anybody with Howie Roseman is realistic, to be quite frankly. But you don't have to give up a player, maybe like a fourth or a fifth. You could get a very high productive guy because this was his numbers last year. So as you see here, Adam Schefter, Titans had granted permission to former Pro Bowl linebacker Harold Landry to seek a trade. Per sources, Landry started all 17 games last year, finished with 71 tackles, 9 sacks, 18 pressures, and 4 pass deflections. So that's pretty good. But it looked like they trying to get him off the books because he do 17.5 million. I think if the Tennessee Titans could eat some of that, and then you could give him to the Eagles and we eat some of the money, or like half and half or something like that, I think it could work out. But we'll see, man. We'll see how it go. See who we get, cause as how we said in his press conference after the draft, we know our roster's not finished. At the free agency, our roster's not finished. So I mean, how will we trust? And how will we trust? He would get it done. He would definitely get it done. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we resign Josh Sweat. I wouldn't be surprised if we really can't get nobody, or we like Josh Sweat, hey, before you take that deal, whatever you go, we're gonna offer you this. Maybe it's slightly lower than the other team, but you got the hometown discount. You live here. You don't have to do, all that moving and traveling. We're going to compete. So you're going to get your bonuses, playoff bonuses and stuff like that. So we'll see, man. We'll see as far as with the edge. Defensive tackles, I'm not too worried about. It's really the edges and the linebackers I'm worried about. And let's see how we can get it done with young players again. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hey, man, what do you think, and how do you feel? Bryce Huff sending messages. Also, Harold Landry, should we go get him? And, I talked about Jalen Hurts. Also, us breaking Travis Kelce. And this is Eagle Out, man. I'm out.